Hey people, injured here, 53, Kathari Ruins, blue team. Kicking us off is Kickin as an Inquisitor, offensive hero with awesome control abilities. Begins in melee combat but can get ranged weapons. Looks like this is the Armageddon Steel Legion elite scheme. Alongside two Chaos Sorcerers, first up is Expendable Youth. We also have Pkoji. These guys are master manipulators who can disrupt the battlefield, begin in melee combat, but can deal out some damage too. These scouts run into a little bit of trouble. Red team, triple Space Marines. First up is F-Lash as a force commander. We also have Commander Keen as a force commander. These guys fighting in melee combat can also tank, disrupt and support with buffs. Commander Keen rocking the Dark Angels DLC recolored, and F-Lash or Flash, I guess, is rocking the Legion of the Damned elite scheme. And alongside them is Villain as an Apothecary support commander that fights in melee combat. Begins with a targeted heal and a passive health regeneration aura. And Black Templar's elite scheme in play here. Getting stuck in early, Apothecary, which lands him in some trouble. Heretics will chop him down. Can he get out here? Sorcerer might turn around and smack him. Does, but it's not enough. 10 hit points, 7. Looks like the Apothecary is out of there. Shotguns up quickly for Villain. Melee fight going on, little bit of a shotgun blast. Knocked back the CSM there, but did not suppress them. Sorcerer brought down though. Turned that into a decent little engagement there, Villain. Meanwhile, in the northeast, it's a very fun and even fight, I think, early on with the Inquisitor and the Force Commander. I think it's all about whether and how fast the Inquisitor can get on the tactical Marines to tie them up. Usually, when you're a melee hero, and even if you're not, fighting Space Marines early on, your first thing to do is tie up the Marines, and you do pretty well in those first engagements usually. Force Commander can even it out with his battle cry. Of course, the Apothecary can also with his heal. Here we have these Marines with their robes. Double CSM for Pkoji and Expendable Youth, and double tax for Villain and Flash. Did these guys get away? Wow, 2 hit points. Must have been 1 when they started retreating. Or at least at some point. 496 to 476. Apothecary again, low health, but does get away. There's that Doom Blast by the Heretics, detonating one of them to suppress and damage nearby enemies. Kraken rounds, giving extra damage to heavy infantry units. Also applies to melee attacks, which is a little bit strange to get your head around, but it's there. These guys might drop a model, might want to run away. There we go. Ran a bit too late, but didn't drop one, so I guess who cares, right? Force Commander gets out too. Commander Keen. Flash also on the run. All of these Space Marine heroes just getting the hell back to base there. You gonna cap, fellas? What are you up to? Yep. Nobody going after this contested power yet in the northeast corner. Revive attempted by Pkoji. I think he'll get it too. There we go. Level is him up to 2 also. Met with a shotgun blast. And those guys getting a sergeant up. There's the Sentinel. Kind of acts as your frontline unit early on for Imperial Guard. Takes the shots, back it up with repairs, and it'll tank pretty well for you. Also stomping stuff. 490 to 476. Get your Imperial Guard in behind it. There we go. Needs to be careful though. There's a stomp, but now needs to move. There we go. Single cap for blue. Double cap for blue. They just grab mid. Can they get a triple? You can get some quick triples on this map, which usually leads to relatively quick but relatively close matches. Katachan's getting that one, and there is the triple. Havoc's up for both of the Sorcerer players also. Assault squad now for Villain. Flash. Oh, did Flash drop one of his tactical Marines, or did he cancel it? I'm not actually sure, but now has Devastators and Assault Squad. So 1-1-1 build. Sanguine Chainsword allows the Apothecary to get stuck in a lot more often, especially early game, and stay more survivable. Almost got taken down by rushing the Havocs, but lives. Doesn't have the energy to heal anything. 480, 433. Expendable Youth wonders where his teammates are right now. I think he just got doubled in the mid. Doom bolts. A threat even to your Marines early on. 462 to 433. Pushing back are the red team here. Might get a power bash, but the Imperial Guard here are here to help. The Inquisitor's running off for some reason. What are you up to? There's a good stomp. Inquisitor isn't really helping out here from Kickin. She knows it's a lost battle, maybe. Could have thrown out her Hammer of the Witches, maybe. Well, Force Commander got too close to stuff. Looks like he has Iron Halo and the Power Sword. They're really going in hard after this Sentinel. Nasty Doom Bolts on the Assault Squad, and blue team able to defend. Red team a little bit over eager, but should be able to get back and sit at the mid VP, I think. Lots of tactical Marines on the field to deal with. 4 squads of them isn't easy. Couldn't quite push the early game advantage that much. The blue team is kind of tough on this map. When you retreat an army off, they're back in your face relatively quickly. Devastator's lucky to get out with 2 models at 13 hit points. Scouts I don't think are going to be quite as lucky, or maybe they are. Got out of there. 2 models at 40 hit points. Oh, they're 1 model, I should say. Just a sergeant remains. 437 to 414. Red team still on the power. Despite Havoc shutting them down, Force Commander gets in. Yes, he does. No war gate for this guy. Doesn't get shot down, I don't think. Yet, makes it out. What's going on northeast? Katachin's hanging out. Looks like he just killed the Apothecary. These guys infiltrate as they stay idle. I think it's 8 seconds or something you need to be idle for. Now they're getting shot up, though. 432 to 410. Havoc's again getting out of there. Lots of close escapes in this game so far. Red team keeping up this pressure. Don't want the blue team to get close to the victory points, which is a good plan to win games, it turns out. If you can do it without overextending, that is. Force Commander's back up here. Iron Halo in play. There's Hammer of the Witches to stun him momentarily, but there's a retreat to get out of it. 415 to 410 VPs very close as the players start to think about tier 2. In fact, Kickin and Expendable Youth have both gone. Here are the Catachins. They do have power melee weapons, so getting in on Marines can be painful for them, but that's the Assault Squad helping out. Need to run away. There we go. They do get out of there. Mid is still red. Don't really have a great way to deal with the heavy bolter. I guess Catachins can disrupt it. The Inquisitor herself can also get into range, and Hammer of the Witches, the model that has the heavy bolter. Sorcerers could teleport in, but I don't see any vessels for what we do see. Sigil of the Rift on the way though for Expendable Youth. Red team will retake the northeast for a 2-1 and a slight VP lead. Manticore on the way for Kickin, can do a lot on this map. There's probably a place it can go and hit all 3 VPs. It would expose it, but there's most likely a place you could do that. Power bash attempts. Decent grenade goes in, but it's dodged. It did keep the Imperial Guard in a place to get shot out for a little bit longer though. Scouts getting too close. Did they just shotgun blast the generator there? That's what it looked like. Uh-oh. That was crippling volley into a Manticore strike. Marines are still coming. Double assault squad jump by a villain and Flash here. Shoulder to shoulder. Assault squad is a scary proposition. Might need some Ogrins up. Kickin. Apothecary level 2 with the Sanguine Chainsword now. No other war gear. We have some Mark of Khorne CSM. That's one way to deal with tactical Marines. Chop them in the face with power weapons. Also give the Assault Squad a very good fight. Can be evened up with the Merciless Strike though when they get their Sergeant going. Whirlwind on the way for Commander Keen. Mid is turning blue. This is a dead Force Commander. That was Flash going down. Heretics getting very low. They do have grenade launchers, so he doesn't want to lose them. Got down to 7 hit points and live. Mark of Zinch CSM now for Expendable Youth. Does he have one of each? Yep. What about Pkoji? Getting some aspiring champions up for that slaughter ability. And an extra gun. But they're still going to get jumped and dealt with, you would think. 2 of them, I think, could turn around and melee. And that's what we're going to see here. Slaughter does start on cooldown. So he won't be able to use it for a little while. It's like 2 minutes or something as well. It's pretty long. Merciless. Ouch. Does get the assault squad out of there. But here comes the Force Commander with a power sword. Havoc's now setting up. Looks like he pretty much got a full bash. Just the node remains. But can't hold the VP. Couldn't quite get out in time to hold the VP. Might see a power harass also on the other side. 353. 353. Momentarily at least. And now it's a double cap for blue team. Librarian with a very nice smite. Sub-Commander for Space Marines get some nice disruptive and supportive abilities. As well as throwing out some lightning type stuff as you saw there. Decent stomp. But assault squad, double assault squad just tearing things apart. In terms of Imperial Guardsmen. It's a pretty scary infantry marine army there. Tier 3 though for blue team all around. The Kickin will be the last to get there as of the blue team. Not sure what the 2 Chaos players have in mind. Maybe some Terminators up. Lightning Claws will destroy most of these armies here. 1-to-1. Chains of Torment in play for the Sorcerer of Expendable Youth. Robes of Torment giving him that ability. Manticore Strike now as well. Hits it pretty well, but Marines are tough. Able to just get up and keep fighting. Catachans, what level are you fellas? Still level 1. Haven't quite seen their full potential here, I think, in terms of disruption and getting into melee, but ouch. Then they eat a plasma cannon shot from these fellas. There's another one coming in. Ouch. Heretics down to just the aspiring champion trying to get out of there. Assault squad jumping in. Friendly fire. But they get up. 328 to 333. Red team going to get a triple cap. Hitting back very hard. Predator tank now for Pkoji. It's a good map for Terminators, I think. You can get back to base relatively quickly with a teleport and a bit of a run. Where's that whirlwind at? Here it is. Awesome disruption. Bit scattered though, not the most accurate thing around. We do have Havocs with a las cannon with Mark of Zinch. Level 3 Sorcerer. I haven't seen Sigil of the Rift used, but I'm sure it has been. Don't think it works. No, it does not work on vehicles. Purgatus up for the Inquisitor with the crossbow bolt pistol, and of course her Hammer of the Witches gives us some awesome control to stun, lockdown, stun, getting things ready for her Manticore strikes. Would do great versus any Terminators that pop up for the red team. Triple cap now for them. But this looks like a good push to get the bottom VP back at least, and they can swing back up to the mid. Sorcerer goes in for the cap. And they get it. And here's that Mark of Zinch Chaos Predator. Chasing down the Whirlwind. Took a big chunk off it on rear armor. Keep switching targets. There we go. Boom. 187 to 333. Double cap for red. Great unclean one on the way for Expendable Youth. Fierce fighting here in the mid. That's a good jump. Double Mark of Zinch, is it? For Pkoji, I think so. Massive amounts of damage to heavy infantry units. 159, 333. Blue team running out of time to get his VPs back in order here. But looks like they've seen off the red team for now. Plasma Cannon's got one last shot though to give. And it was a pretty damn good one. Another one comes in from over here. Need to run away these CSM. These guys have 38 hit points. What are they doing on the field? Expendable youth. There we go. There's a retreat. Might want to get those heretics out of there too. Oh, some friendly fire on the scouts. Just as they were going to throw a grenade, I think. 117 to 333. Red team are losing the mid. Look at this though. They have contested power fully kitted out with generators. Stolen chaos generators too. Here's that great unclean one. Good map for this guy. Get in and out of the mid pretty quickly. Stay healed up. Stay dangerous. Super unit for chaos. Constantly damages nearby enemies and has some nasty abilities too. And since he's a demon, you can worship that guy for big health regen and energy regen. There's a jump. No melter though. So not exactly sure why they jumped in there. It's a good smite, but they need to get together for a big push here. The red team, not dribs and drabs. Lehman Russ on the field for Kickin. 1200 hit points on this tank. Power bash from Kathari Ruins. They're actually trying to steal, it looks like. Scouts here to harass maybe with a grenade. Or not. Mid is still blue. Vengeance rounds loaded in for the Stern Guard and a missile launcher are doing damage to the Lumen Rust and a plasma cannon hit. We need to get that thing moving, Kickin. And does so. Plasma cannon is a massive threat here. Look at them. Need to be dealt with. Hard for the blue team to do that right now. Could just march the great and clean one in, I guess, but he's up in the northeast and there's an Imperial Abyss from Expendable Youth, I guess, looking at the red. Not sure what it did exactly in terms of losses, but it certainly got Flash off the field at the top. Bottom is turning red. Southwest VP has been changing hands a hell of a lot alongside that middle VP as well. Here come those assault terminators though, Flash. Unique terminators for the Force Commander. Thunder Hammers and Storm Shields give them massive protection and heavy melee damage. And just tore apart some Havocs. Where are those Marco Zinc CSM? They're back at base. Need to get in play and start shooting at these guys. There's that crippling volley. And Terminators can't retreat out of it. Purgatus as well. Massive amounts of damage from the Manticore. They were able to teleport away. Could not quite get the stun on them from the Purgatus, I think. Red team have mid. Plasma cannons continue to be a menace. Look at that. Direct hit on the Sorcerer. He does have Rod of Warpfire. Kickin has some harsh words for his teammates there. Level 4 Inquisitor. 104 to 250 on the VP's great and clean one. He's taking a hell of a lot of damage here. That's a plasma gun tactical, in fact 2 plasma gun tactical marine squad shooting at it, and it's going to go down. Oh, maybe not. Saved? No, not saved. Taken down just after the teleport. Terminator Assault Squad is, I think, going to get away. It's a hell of a lot of damage, and that is a nasty nuke. Ouch. If he retreated a second later, that might have wiped everything out. Expendable Youth now looking pretty depleted here. Red team in the ascendancy for sure. 2 to 1 cap, only 77 VPs to get down. There's that Purgatus again. Is it into a Manticore? Nope, just to be annoying. Another Manticore might be good. Might be saving for a Bane Blade though, looks like Kickin is. Otherwise they'd purchase something, right? More CSM for Expendable Youth. Maybe some more Markov Zinch to shoot down those Terminators. Ouch. Havoc's got the decap. And blue team have the double. But there's something fighting over the north. That's a nasty grenade. Ouch. Catechins, of course, getting spotted by the scout sergeant. And they get shot down. Kickin not paying attention to the Catechins up there. Crippling volley into a Manticore. Forces the retreat. Triple cap now for blue. And they have the contested power at the northeast. Red team need to get back into the game in terms of engagements here. And VPs, of course. Because that triple 182 hit VPs is not going to last long with the triple cap going on. Back down to a double now. They're going to get the mid, I think. Unless the Manticore can do something here. Rod of Warp Fire could disrupt the cap also. Citadels of the Rift could teleport things around. No sign of any of them though. Force Commander is able to finish the cap. I'm not sure what these Havocs are doing. Getting themselves killed. So Terminators need to teleport out. There we go. They could not retreat. Oh, they teleport into danger. They could not retreat out of the Chains of Torment. And now they're stunned, which is the worst enemy for Terminators. I know they're getting chopped up and they're going to die, I think. Oh, now they're subjugated. And there's an orbital. Absolute mayhem in the mid here. 63 to 156. Can they take the Terminators out? 3 hit points. Down they go. It did deal with them. Flash with a damning commentary on his own play there. Villain with some Terminators. Trying to finish off this tank with a Power Fist or two. Melter Bomb is helping them get into range, maybe. There we go. Down goes the Lehman Russ. That was a rocket run that I missed. Looks like it forced a bunch of stuff to retreat. And there's Citadel of the Rift getting the Plasma Cannon into range of death. Looks like he's going to deal with it. Well done, Sorcerer. That was Expendable Youth there. Level 7 Sorcerer. These guys on the Manticore need some help really badly. And Terminators are there with fists. Kickin on the way for Kickin. Chains of Torment slowing down, or stopping one of them. There's a Rod of Warp Fire, which didn't do anything. 39 to 152. Lariman's Blessing used to get Villain and Commander Keen back on the field. There's Crippling Volley. Might save the Manticore. And there's Purgatus. 15 hit points, but the Assault Squad jump after it. There's repairs though, and the Manticore survives, I think. Or does it? There's a Melter. I think it's going to be okay. Yes, barely. Barely lives. Dramatic vehicle chasing moments with Pkoji with another Predator tank on the way. Done pretty well with this first one. Level 3, this guy. Took down that Whirlwind, of course. Now getting attacked by a Loyalist Predator with a las cannon on it. Mid is uncapped. 1 to 1, 39 to 126 on the VPs. Has a cannon that hits terrain. Kicking off in the top two. Kickin getting their capping going. Those guys do have the faster capping trait, I think, once you get their sergeant up. Kickin with another Lehman Russ. The Kickin with plasma guns will be doing some serious DPS. Apothecary here, level 3, goes down. Had armor of the Apothecary and I think the medical equipment, I think. Level 4 Tactical Marines forced off. These guys also level 4. Chaos Terminators and Autocannon ripping them up. Kickin weighing in as well. Need to be both firing at those Marines, I think, rather than the Terminators. These guys trying to catch. Got too much firepower. There's double Marco Zinch at level 4 is scary, scary damage to Tactical Marines there. Double cap for blue. They're still in this game. I thought it was all over for them. As usual, I'm wrong. Red team are taking top. Manticore though, Manticores do so much damage to Terminators, look at that. Land Red Redeemer on the way for Flash. Terminators chased off, but they run right into an assault squad jump. In fact, these are now Vanguard veterans. And they forced them all off. Nicely baited into that jump there. It's a tank fight. Looks like these guys have it. Ouch. Mr. Sorcerer, you're not going to get that cat, buddy. Single here. Down he goes. 39 to 27. Red team are going to get the 2-1, I think. But for how long? So that's a lot of pain for your Vanguard veterans. Stormtroopers with assault, anti-armor kit, I should say. Given them melter guns and a melter bomb, or is it like a crack grenade or something? It is a melter bomb. These guys can also infiltrate, which means they can do some sneaky things like this. One of these tanks is going down, I think. Might be saved by the Devastators. I think he's now spotted them, has he? Oh, it lives! He did not finish the job. This tank has 22 hit points. 30 to 27. 1-to-1 cap. It's so close. I hear an orbital. Down here. That's a Terminator Force commander for Flash. Running away there. Blue team defending the southwest with some Marco Zinch Marines. And here's some Chaos Terminators to help out, but they're gonna need help because Red team are getting some reinforcements big time, and that is a Land Raider Redeemer. 2-1 for Blue. Dark Flames from the Sorcerer. They stop it at 30 to 8. Pkoji looking now very depleted, just double Marco Zinch CSM, that is it. Sorcerer is even down. Land Raider mid is going to make it very hard to cap because it can frag assault and stop caps. 26 to 8. Red team looking to hold on to this 2-1 here. And they're in a decent position to do so, I think, with that Land Raider. Just focus on two of the VPs, the two that you have. Terminators here desperately trying to cap, knowing that they're going to take tons of damage, just trying to get the decap, but they're not going to do it. Teleporting out at the last moment. Need to keep moving though. Vanguard veterans might be able to chase them down with a jump. 8 to 8 on the VPs, gets the sync kill on the Terminator with the claws. Must have been pretty satisfying. Mid shooting. Cyclone missile launcher doing some work, and there is the game. It was a 2-1, 8 VPs on the counter at the end. Let's look at his heroes end of the game. Level 8 Inquisitor, Inferno Pistol and Interrogator's armor, but also had the Crossbow Bolt Pistol and Purgatus. Level 8 Sorcerer and a level 6 Sorcerer down for Pkoji. F-Lash was a Terminator by the end. Villain was down, only level 3. And we had Commander Keen rocking a level 7 Force Commander with Power Sword, Iron Halo and Artificer. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.